ready? All right then. So shall we start with a little bit of a warm up? So we're going to go for 3 rounds. We'll go 30 seconds of cardio. So whatever you want to do for that, and you can chop and change. We'll do 9 TWY, so 2 light plates, 2 tins, whatever you've got, into that bent over position, and we'll go out to T, W, and Y. So that would be 3 reps, okay? So you're just going to do that 3 times. Then you'll do 10 planks to down dog. So like for you, Tig, if you are feeling quite sore, use that as a little bit of a stretch out as well for the backs of the legs and then that back as well. So you can take that as nice and easy as you want it to. Then we're going to go into 10 shrugs. So for both of you, you've got a bar, so that works nicely. So what we're going to do is split that to 5 and 5, okay? So we're going to go for 5 shrugs in that snatch position, so that wider grip. So we're just going to go for that shrug there. And then you're going to go for 5 just with the pull. So that's when you're sort of going to dip down and just do that pull. Dip and pull. So you don't need to bend the elbows. That would be your high pull. If you want, you can do that maybe on the last round. So start to go into a high pull maybe on the 3rd round, okay? But for the first 2, just get used to that shrug and just that pull then using those feet and hips. And then you're just going to do 10 air squats. And on the last rep, just hold in that bottom position for around 10 seconds if you can. A little bit less, that's fine. Okay, but you just want to start opening up those hips so you can drive out the knees, okay, with the elbows. So move nice and slow, guys, all right? No time pressure in the slightest. All right, so it's 3 rounds of that. I'll keep reminding you as we're going through, okay, what those movements are. So if we are ready, we'll go for that first 30 seconds, okay, in that first round. So we'll go for that in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So 30 seconds. Any kind of cardio you would like. And that's your 30 seconds. So now you're going to go into those 9 TWYs, okay? So we're in that bent over position. So hips are back. We're at that hinge. It is a chilly one today, guys, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's frosty.
It took me by surprise. I was like, what is this? Iced up car.
But it's lighter at least.
Oh, you're on mute, Jenny. Not being rude and ignoring you.
This is just my story of lockdown. Jenny, you're on mute. Or Jenny, your kids are too loud. Turn the sound off. I'll get it right.
Oh, bless you. Yes, you can. Well, it's only like another few weeks and then it's done anyway.
And then hopefully never again.
Oh, hopefully.
Well, I think it's good for some things, but like, you know, so you don't always have to do team meeting on your day off or whatever. You can be at home or whatever. I think it does just show that a lot of people can work from home. You don't need to be sat in an office. Yeah, but...
Oh, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I love it. But the problem is I'm in conversation with human adults now. I'm like, blah, because I don't see anybody. I'm literally in the kitchen all week. I met my 2 mates for a run yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, after the workout?
Before.
And Jesus.
I don't think I shut up. I was just like verbal diarrhea. And like,
oh, bless you.
Yeah, I just miss people.
You're just a person and I can talk to you, so I'm going to.
Just grown-up people anyway.
yeah, fair word. That's it. So those nice shrugs and then into that pull. So we're dipping the knees and the legs and that drive up. That's it. And then it's a 10 squats. And then just that 10-second hold on that last one, okay? Like I say, just to open up those hips a little. and then we'll go into round number 2. I'm so jealous that you can keep your feet flat on the floor when you do that, Tig. Mine just come up everywhere.
Do they?
I've got terrible like ankle mobility and tight calves, and I can't keep my feet flat like that.
It's because you got such monster calves. I've got little teeny ones, so it's easy to stretch them.
All right, so 30 seconds. Let's go. I don't like needles, but because I've now seen Josie a few times, every time I've got like a tight calf or a tight muscle, I'm like, oh, someone just stick a needle in it. And that's so unlike me. But you just like, it's the easy way, isn't it? Just to have it released that way.
I'd rather have that than horrible manipulative massage.
Yeah. For like an hour. There we go. I heard your thing anyway, Jenny. So that's your 30 seconds. Excellent. No, that's perfect. Because I was timing for you because I know Tiggy's got the monitor anyway on her rower.
Sure do.
Sure do.
Good to have a stretch.
Exactly. No, genuinely, use that like plank stand dog as a little bit of that stretch out. Did you do a little stretch session after 21.2?
No.
Yeah, I probably would have helped you.
No, I sat on the floor.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't do one straight after because I was dying. But when I got home, I did a lot of stretching.
Yeah.
That's because you're a professional.
Yeah.
No, it's just because I remember how bad it felt in 2017 and that I just couldn't move for a while. So based on past experience is what I would say.
How did you do?
So it's not as good as I wanted to do, put it that way, but I did it in 14:37. So
bloody hell.
It's not
unbelievable.
I know it sounds bad. It's just not where I wanted to be. I wanted to get in the 13s. I didn't have it in me. But you look back at your video and you're like, I literally rested for like a minute, and I'm like, so you just didn't rest. But so much easier to say than do at the time, isn't it?
Yeah, when you're blowing a lot.
Yeah. I said to Josh, I'm not even being dramatic. I thought I would die. Like, because my asthma is quite bad, I was like, I literally was like, I can't get any air. And I was like, I'm going to die. And he was like, you're not. You'll be okay.
When I was getting the kids ready for bed Friday night afterwards, I thought, I'm coming down with something. My chest feels really tight. I'm like, no, that's Fran Lung, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's a real thing.
What actually is that? Like, why do your lungs hurt? Just because they've had to work so fast?
Yeah, just the kind of, you'll have caused kind of little hemorrhages and stuff inside, because you know how you can sometimes taste blood.
What? Me and Jenny have hemorrhaged a lot this weekend.
You know how you can taste blood? It's just like, because you're kind of rasping so much, you kind of tear some of the little vessels, and
Why the fuck do we do that to ourselves?
It's really good for you.
Why did you ask that, Jenny? I'd rather not know.
As long as you don't, cough a lung up, you're fine.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Interesting knowledge. You need to go back and just play some music over that bit on the video.
Yeah, just mute it out, it's fine.
not good. Oh, that is funny. The questions you wish you'd never asked.
And lung. Interesting.
But if it makes anyone feel better as well, if you think about these workouts and stuff, and I know most of you probably wouldn't have done it in 2017 or whatever, but I had a proper little like downer after it, and I was like, why can't I just go quicker? And like Josh was like, well, what did you do in 2017? What could you snatch? And I was like, probably about 45. And he's like, could you ring muscle up? And I was like, no. So like, if you ever like have those sort of moments where you're like, why couldn't I do quicker on that? Think back to like how far you've come in the whole thing as well.
Yeah.
It isn't just based on one workout or one movement. Like, you know, like running and stuff like that, Jenny, like, you know, when you think about different things, you know, fitness is that all-encompassing thing. It isn't just one workout or whatever.
I did my PB yesterday as well.
Did you?
I saw that on your run. Yeah.
Yeah, I did 5 miles in 52 minutes. So I'm nearly under a 10-minute mile, but it's just going to kill me to do that.
That's great.
That's amazing,
well
though,
done.
But the two people that I run with, one can comfortably run between 8 and 9, and the other one will cheerfully run a 7 to 8 minute mile.
Cheerfully.
So they jog around with me, chatting, you know, running backwards, taking selfies.
I hate that.
And you're still dealing with your hemorrhaged lungs and.
That must be 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's more based on you. Like, I know I've put a time, but I just mean stay there for a little bit longer than just a done up.
Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do, we'll just do a little bit of sort of overhead prep movement, okay? So if you want, maybe just with the fractional plates I both saw you use for the TWIs, you might try to do just a few windmills, okay? So we'll just do like 3 on each side. So both feet will go to the opposite direction, hand up in the air, and we're just going to come down to that position there. So you can even do it empty hands, don't really mind, okay? So just go 3 per side. So we're just sort of warming up, getting that shoulder stability, getting those shoulders activated. So we'll go 3 per side on that.
Ooh.
So we'll just ease in to get into overhead.
There's a lot of cracking that just went on there.
Excellent. Okay, and what we'll do is, if you guys grab your barbell, all we're going to do is go into our overhead position. So we're going to rack it similar to a back squat. So empty bar, if you can, okay? So empty bar behind the neck. Okay, you're going to go out into that sort of snatch overhead position. So wherever you would snatch, that's going to be your hand grip, okay? So just make sure you're even on that bar as well. So from there, you can use those legs to dip and drive. So we're just going to do a dip and drive up, or you can strict press it, whatever kind of feels better for you. I don't really mind. So we're just going to do 3 reps of that. So dip and drive, or you can strict press up. Don't mind. Just go 3. And the last one, you're going to hold it overhead for me. Good. Okay, so from there, we're just going to ease into a squat. So we're going to go for like a quarter squat first. So we're going to come down to a quarter position, back up. Then we're going to try and go a little bit lower to a half position, then up. Then we're going to try and come all the way down, and then back up. And then you can just rack that bar on your back again, just to rest it. Good, good. So how's that squat? Is that feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we try a snatch balance from here? So all we're going to do, that bar is going to be on our back. We're going to dip the legs, so keeping the heels flat to the floor. And then we're going to come up and we're going to drop down. So that first initial dip, heels will stay flat, but then you will come up onto those toes. Okay, so we'll try 2 of those if we can. Good. Sorry, go on, Jenny.
You're finishing on your toes.
So you want to land flat feet, but you'll come up into that extension. So you will rise the toes, but you will land flat feet. So you want to be able to hear your feet when you land.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to keep nice that stability, and then you can rest take if you've done the 2.
Ah, shit, no, that one went wrong. Hang on.
It's all right. Take your time. Take your time. Dip.
And then drop. Sorry.
So try and drop at the same time if you can. If you can, okay? So we're going to dip and drop. Yeah, that's it. Good. Nice.
I've got
Excellent.
one of them.
And drop. Yes.
Nice.
Good, Jenny. Well done. Beautiful. And rest.
Get the 3 things to work.
Fine. Don't worry.
It is
like you say,
early, to be
It's
fair.
6 a.m. and it's snatches. All right. Two combinations that, you know, pretty tough together. So,
That no one ever wants to hear together.
yeah. At least you know you guys got the bar, because other people will be like more dumbbell snatches.
Yeah, true.
All right, so what we're going to do is look at going 5 sets of 2 plus 2. So our 2 plus 2 is going to refer to 2 power snatches and then 2 squat snatches. Okay, so as you, I'll go through it in a second. So as you, no, don't be silly. As you guys both have barbells, you can literally start empty bar and you can ascend for all 5 sets if you want. Or maybe you do empty bar for first, and on the 3rd you go to 30, and you're like, this is where I'm staying now for the next 2. You basically have got a bit more freedom. You can kind of pick and choose how you work with this, okay? So either work on the technique or ascend, or you can do both, but ideally keep technique the whole way through, okay? So, sorry, Jenny, our power snatch. So we're going to go into that power snatch position, okay? So hands are going to be in that wider position there. You'll start from the floor, or if it's empty bar, just below those knees. Okay, so when we are just below those knees, we'll go in a little bit slower. Okay, so we'll come up. We're going to pull that bar up to our, I can't think of words, thighs here, and then we're going to get that nice extension, so that shrug, and then we're going to come underneath. So we're just going to drop underneath, okay, but we aren't going to go into that squat. Then we'll go back and we'll reset. Then into that second power snatch, then we will go into that squat snatch. Okay, so you don't have to touch and go up, all right? If you need to reset at the bottom, that's fine. So you'll do 2 power snatches into 2 squat snatches. Reset, they don't need to be touch and go, or touch and go if you find that a little bit easier, but keep the good form, good technique the whole way through. So any questions? Excellent, perfect. All right, so that's it. So you can, like I say, use the empty bar for a warm-up set or an actual first working set. It's completely up to you. Good, Tiggy, well done. Excellent. Good. So when you're in that bottom position, that squat, it's just making sure you're nice and stable before you stand it up. So you don't want to be like wobbling around. You think, I'm nice and stable, I'll stand this up now. Good, nice. Good. And then it's those 2 squat ones. And drop in. Yes, good, good, good. Nice and stable. Excellent. Good. Well done. Nice, ladies. So like I say, I'll let you kind of decipher how you would like to do those 5 sets, whether the empty bar counts as 1 for you, and then you're going to carry on and you'll ascend to a point where you think you've hit your RP of 9, or you can use that as a warm-up. Up to you.
For today.
Yeah, RP of 9 for today.
Yeah. In my kitchen, which is largely undamaged by lockdown.
Which is impressive.
You've done such a good job.
That's skills in itself, to be fair.
Yeah, it really is.
I did drop the 25 plates on the lower part, and some of it came off.
Fine, it's fine. That's character. So I take your time with it. So don't raise those hips up too quick. Get yourself in that nice start position. Good, that's better. So don't come up too high. Don't come up too quick with the hips. Bring the bar in. That's a bit better.
Oh,
Hold it. Good. Well done. Nice.
That's rubbish.
Excellent. It was.
That was utter rubbish.
So we just want to think when we're going into that snatch, right, we don't want to rush the hips. So if our hips come up too quick, so if we're here and we start to rise the hips really quick, then we end up not being able to make contact in that right position, and we're probably going to end up catching the bar forwards. So we're either going to need to sort of jump forwards to meet it, or you'll find that you'll sort of be here and you'll be like, I'm going to lose the bar. So you want to make sure that those hips come up at the right time. So it is a little bit slower than what you think. So when you're here, you're there. So your hips still, they're just moving at the same time, but you're not extending, okay? So you're here, and it's that nice full movement. Now, when you get into that position just above the knee with the bar, that's when you start to pull the bar in, and the hips will extend to that shrug, okay?
Okay.
It is complex for 6 a.m. light, so I am sorry about that.
Excessive amounts of brain power required.
It's always problematic where I'm concerned. Whenever the rugby coaches start explaining a technical move, I know they know I'm away with the fairies. Like, la la la. Let me know when I've got to hit people. Thanks.
When can I tackle him? Good. Drop in nice, Jenny. Getting that lovely drop underneath. Well done. Good, Tiggy. Nice. Good patience on that bottom position. Good, guys. We are crushing it.
That was less shit.
Stop saying that, man. Doing great, both of you. So take your time in between the sets. Have as much rest as you want in between. Flowers are looking blooming there, Jenny. They look lovely.
I know.
Very pretty.
The tulips are nearly gone now, but they're
Very nice colours.
Both from CrossFit Girls.
Oh,
Nice. Who was the other one from? So Rachel and
Lucinda.
Oh, bless.
Lovely Cinder.
And me.
I haven't seen Lucinda for like a year, probably more.
I know.
So take your time, Tig. Take that nice set up. So head looking up, not down. So you want to get that head, okay, to look up. Where we going? There we go. That's better. Good. Nice. Good. Good. Well done. That small difference there, just making the head and that right movement seemed to make a bit of a difference there for you. So you just
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
made
to
it
be
much
looking
more
down.
stable.
Good. You can tell you went into with a lot more confidence each lift. That's it, Jenny. So try and keep that hand position where you want it, okay? So you have gone a little bit narrower than when you were earlier, okay? So try and stick to one position for you, okay? There we go. Hold it. There we go. Excellent. So it's quite simple, but just changing that head position, all right? You never want to be looking down because you ain't going down. You're going to go up. So if you are here, it's going to be much more difficult. And like T says, it's harder to stabilize. So ideally, you want to be looking in that position. So you want to be up. Okay, so unlike the old deadlift. And then in terms of the hand position as well, so it's sort of like twofold. So you want to try and hit that contact point, which becomes a bit harder depending on where you go with that grip. And then also in the overhead, so the narrower you go, the more mobility you need to be able to do the squat. So again, it's like which is the lesser of two evils. So the wider position can be a bit tougher to get into, but it's going to be a little bit easier to overhead squat in. Whereas the narrower you go, you just need to have a bit more mobility because it's harder to stabilize from there. So it's sort of finding that sweet spot that works well for you on both points. So look up. Here we go. A little bit slower on those hips for that first pull. So nice and quick on that second bit. That's good. So looking forward, both of you. Keeping it forwards, not down. Good, good, good. You got it, you got it. Well done. Nice, Jenny.
Was they down too long?
That's right. You're doing exactly that, like nice stabilizing. So what you'll find if people move too quick when they've not stabilized and got that nice flat feet and found that balance, you're going to fall or you're going to wobble, you're going to move forwards or back. And especially in your kitchen, you can't afford to do that. So you need to take that extra little bit of time, make sure you're stable in the bottom position, and then stand it up. Okay. It's okay, it's okay. You good save, good save. Excellent. Well done.
I'm going to do that one again.
Excellent. So take your time in between sets. We are working towards 5. Okay, so 5 sets. And you will want to keep your bar out. Well, if you want to, you can switch to a single object, but you will probably want to keep the bar out for the workout as well. So don't pop it away when you are done.
I mean, you say we want to, but
It's up to you.
I didn't go wide enough when I dropped, did I?
With your hands or feet, I can't see your feet, but you'll know that feeling, because if you're not anywhere near that normal squat position, it's just not going to happen.
I knew as soon as I foot placed, and I wasn't. Yeah.
I've not got it.
That looks really smooth, Tiggy.
thank you. Oh, nearly.
I was going to say the pressure then.
That was. Pressure's on and nearly tipped forward.
That's it, Jenny. Good. Go up and land flat feet. That's it. Good. So we'll come up onto the toes, but we land flat feet if we can. There we go. There we go. Good. So looking forward. Don't look down to the floor. Just take your time for that last rep.
I can't squat it straight away.
You can. You've been doing it. You have been doing it.
Jen.
Good. Well done. It is very difficult, Jenny, in the kitchen as well, being aware of how little space you've got around you. That is going to play with you, but you can do it, because I've watched you do it for the other sets. You can. So keep the confidence, but equally, I wouldn't take it as a reflection of if you're in the gym. You know you've got the space there to sort of move around, whereas there you are very, very confined.
I want to do that one. I've done my 5, but I want to do
the squat snatch. Fine, take your time. So I'm going to see it's probably Tiggy's last set. So take your time with it. Nope, good. That's it, good, Jenny. Well done. So you just like imagine yourself doing it, get into that movement pattern of dropping. Good, Tiggy, good patience in that bottom position as well. Well done.
Whew.
Excellent.
Done.
It's okay, don't panic. Don't panic. Why didn't you take the weight down?
Yeah.
And then do 1 or 2 just to sort of end on that good, confident note that you've done it, because you have done it. I've watched you.
You got this, Jen.
Come on, April 12th.
You're doing so well. You're doing so well in the kitchen, honestly. It's like
RX plus in the kitchen.
Yeah. There we go. So let's pop it back down to the floor. Take a second, reset. Go. Well done. Good. No, it is. Look at me. That is good. Well done. All right. So, like I say, you will want a bar. Now, it depends on, like I say, how sore you feel or anything like that. Take these weights, okay, with a pinch of salt. Like, I'm more than happy if you want to go empty bar, okay? It's completely up to you. So what we're going to do is go for 3 movements. So the rep scheme, okay, will be at 21, 15, 9. And then the jumps over the object, that'll be double. So it'll be 42, 30, 18. Okay, but it is all in the same workout because someone messaged me last night and they were like, is it a different part? And I was like, no, they're all in the same. Okay,
All
but it's just
part
a
and
different,
parcel.
yeah, it's just a different rep scheme. So we were going to go full time. It'll be 21, 15, 9, 42, 30, 18. So the 21, 59 will be our push press, sumo, deadlift, high pull. So we will complete 21 push press into 21 sumo, deadlift, high pulls into 42 jumps over the object. Then we will do 15 push press, 15 sumo, deadlift, high pulls, 30 jumps over the object, and then 9 push press, 9 sumo, deadlift, high pulls, 9 jumps over the object, and that is time. Okay, so those movements, our push press, okay, so we've done a little bit of that overhead, but we're now going to go into that narrower, okay, position rather than that snatch one. So we're going to bring that bar up into that front rack position. So feet are going to be hip to shoulder width apart wherever you're more comfortable, and we're going to use that nice little dip and drive, okay, to get that bar up. So we're going to dip and overhead. Okay, so that will be our push press. Our sumo deadlift high pull, we're going to go into that sumo stance. So legs will go wide, hands will then go in between the legs. So we've got narrower hands, wider feet. That bar, okay, for empty bar will be just below the knees. If you've got plates, bumpers on, obviously you'll have that natural position anyway. And we're going to use that big drive through the hips, and we're going to pull, okay, to that collarbone if we can. So that big pull up, okay? Then that jump over the object. So we'll pop barbell, dumbbell, where I think you'll both use barbells. So barbells on the floor, and we're going to just jump over, okay? So it will be 1 jump, 1 rep. So 1, 2, 3. If we need to scale it back, we can do the hop, okay? So that sort of hopping motion, or we can just step. So whichever variation works better for you, and you can chop and change. So you might start off jumping, but you might think, right, I need to do a few steps, get my breath back, and then you might chop and change it up however you need. So like I say, the weight guide is your normal RXs, so 40, 30. So take that however you want. You can go a little bit lighter for today if it's just using it as a bit of a movement rather than going full on. Up to you completely. Any questions on that at all? Just a yawn.
Silence. Just a yawn. I'm just trying to decide whether to leave it at 30 or to take the little.
I'm going down to 20.
There you go. I think it's completely like, see how you both feel. Especially like if you've both done a heavy sort of Sunday, if you've both gone full on Sundays, it's you know, just completely how you feel. All about that moving, keeping good form. So your key thing is always keep that good form. So if you think, oh, if I go 30, 35, whatever it is, I'm going to sacrifice that form, start doing bad reps, start arching my back, whatever it is, keep it low. That would be my advice.
They might come off, the 2.5 each end might come off.
All right, so make sure you're happy with both those movements. So I've just seen, obviously, you've done your push press. So like I say, you've done a little bit of the overhead stuff. It's just going to be changing your arm position from that wider stance, okay, wider stance, you know what I mean, wider grip, into that more narrow.
Oh, that's horrible.
They should feel so much better than the burpee box jumps though, okay, guys? So
Everything's relative.
All right, so any questions? Are we thinking we're good to go? Yes. Yeah. All right then, guys. Okay, I don't know why I went for my phone. I've got the clock. Right, so that's going to be easier to use. Okay, if we are ready then, so we'll start on the 21 push press, 21 sumo deadlift high pull, 42 jumps then 15, 9, and well, 18, 30, you got me, and then tie. Okay, so I'll prompt you as well as we're going through. So we're going to go for a 10-second countdown. So 10 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So it's a 21 push press to start. That's it, lovely. So we're getting that nice dip and drive, thinking punching that ceiling above us. That's it, guys. Well done. Good. All right, so I've popped you both onto mute, okay? So keep it going. If you need anything, wave and come off mute. Excellent. So then it's into the 21 sumo deadlift high pulls. So Jenny, if you just make sure it's just below the knee, don't go too low, okay? That's it. Good. Good. So we're getting that nice extension through the hips again and that nice pull at the top. Excellent. Beautiful, both of you. Really nice work. It will then be the 42 jumps over that bar. Oh, is it gone? Has it not been there the whole time, guys? Because that's terrible. Why didn't you tell me? I've just been listening to music by myself. That's brilliant. Excellent. All right, so into the 42 jump. That's it. Nice work. Excellent work. So we get those 42 done, and then we're into that round of 15 and 30. Good. Excellent work, Jenny. Well done. Go on, Tigster. I can't see you, but you're still there, so keep it going. Nice, excellent, well done. The 15 push press into the 15 sumo deadlift high pull into 30 jumps over that bar. Nice work, Jenny, well done. So I still can't see your tigs, but keep it going. Yes, there you are. Good, Tiggy, well done. So it's the 30 jumps over. Beautiful, good. And you're into that 9 then, Jenny. That's it. Awesome job. Both smashing through it. Keep it going. Nice work, Jenny. You know that last bit. Yes, Tiggy, last round. So finishes on the 18 jump. That's it, Jenny. Well done. Go on, Tig. Nice, well done. Come on, Tiggy. Nearly there. Come on. Nearly done. 18 jumps. Yes, well done. Well done, ladies. So unmute whenever you can. I cannot believe none of you told me that the same music the whole time. I've been listening to them for myself.
To be fair, when we were doing the barbell, it was quite helpful because we can hear you properly. So
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I've just had on your bloody copyright-free music on for myself.
Yeah, no, I thought it was for technical benefit during the barbell stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was intentional as well.
Well, yes, it was.
But I need a bit when I'm working out, so I can't hear myself dying.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, that's very understandable. And what a good coach would probably do is make sure you've got music. Sorry. Oh, what an idiot.
Could you suggest some shoulder stretches?
Do you want to do a little bit of shoulder stuff now? We can do a little bit of shoulder stretching.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
so much last week was dumbbell overhead, and it's
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
taking its toll.
It's taking its toll, yeah, for sure. So I don't think we've got too much shoulder stuff tomorrow. It's not very shoulder dominant, so at least, you know, that's a good sign. So what we'll do a little bit of stretching out. So I'll tell you what, we'll do a little bit if you want, we'll add in, if you want to start standing, and we'll add in like a Jefferson curl.
Okay.
So what we'll do is sort of help you stretch out a little bit as well from that 21.2. So all we're going to do, we're going to stand, okay, normal sort of position, feet back hip width, and then we're going to go for a slow Jefferson curl. So all you do, is that a bit better there? So all you're going to do is you're going to start from your head, and you're going to tuck your chin under, and then you're going to feel it bit by bit, so vertebrae by vertebrae, and you're going to tuck your belly button, okay, to your spine, lower core control, and then you're just going to lower really nice and slow till you're in a bit of a hanging position. So you're just using all that weight to pull you forwards. You can do that nice and slowly, and then when you hit that bottom position, you're going to come up nice and slow as well. Back up to the top, and you can just feel it sort of vertebrae by vertebrae unwinding bit by bit, and then that head is the last thing. Good, so we'll do that again. So we'll do 2 of those. So that should help Tiggy as well to help with the back sort of thing, stretching out a bit. Good, so we'll do 1 more of those. And I want you to stay in the bottom position on this one. So you're going to stay just in that forward fold, okay? So hands are to the ground, or sort of just hanging midway through. Good, so you just feel all that weight. And then all we're going to do from there is we're going to move our hands a bit forwards. So our hands are now on the ground, and we're going to walk out to that downward dog position, okay? So walk to that downward dog. Good. And then from there, we're just going to push back. And all you can do is walk your cast, okay? So you're going to go right foot to the floor and then left foot to the floor.
Oh, my feet are
Like-
knacking.
So just like you're walking them, okay? So you're going to get the heel to the floor, but one at a time, so it's not too much pressure. Keep walking them. All right, so from there, we're going to go knees down to the floor. Knees to the floor. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go butt back to feet, and you're going to go into a child's pose, okay? So hands will reach forward. So you're thinking, if you can, forehead to the floor. You should just feel that, feel everything sort of relaxing a little bit. Good, and then we'll come up from there, so back up to your knees, and then all we're going to do is like post that letter back box. So one hand is going to go underneath, so let's say right arm is going to go in between that left leg, left arm, and we're going to try and get that ear, shoulder to the floor. So if you can, what you're going to do with that left hand is you're just going to move it behind. So you're going to open up into that position. So you should feel that in your thoracic. All right, and move that hand back and then come back to center. And then you're going to switch sides. So now that left hand is going to go underneath. So like you're placing a letter. So if you can, shoulder to the floor and head or ear to the floor. And then you're going to walk that right hand around the top of the head. So you're just opening through that thoracic.
I can't say I've ever posted a letter like this before.
You know what I mean.
I think people might think it's a bit odd. Laid down next to the post office.
I
What are you
mean,
doing? Just posting a letter?
that's how this is how you do it. All right, and then come back up to your knees. So all we're going to do from here is we're going to bring one arm across your... Oh, I can't do it in this jacket. Hold on. Too tight. So we're going to bring one arm across. So let's just say right arm is underneath, and we're going to link our hands together. So we're in that position there. Okay, so we're there. So you're here, okay? That's it. And then all you're going to do is try and lift those elbows. So now you should really feel this here, okay? So you can lift those elbows into that position.
Have you got your arms crossed?
Yes. So all
Right.
you do, if I go from like here, so you go right arm underneath, cross the like elbow into elbow sort of thing. That's it, and interlink the hands there. And then if you lift the elbows up, so if you're in that position there, lift the elbows up, and you should really feel that across here. And then switch sides once you've done that. So switch sides. It's too cold not to have a jacket on. All right, and then we're just going to do one more little stretch, which will be like sort of across the chest and slash a little bit of that front shoulder. So stay on the floor for me. All we're going to do is we're going to do like a reverse sort of tabletop. So hands facing towards your feet, okay? So fingertips point towards your feet. All we're going to do from there is raise our hips up into that position, okay? So what I want you to do is squeeze your glutes and drive them up to the ceiling, and you should really feel that across the front. Okay, so Tiggy, you look tight.
Yeah. There's like zero mobility there. Oh my god. Is it meant to bend like that?
Meant to get a little bit more of position than there, I'd say, but that's fine.
Yeah. Those are tight, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. How's that for you, Jenny? Is that okay?
All right, can I come out now?
Yeah, you can come down, you come down. You can hold that for as long as you kind of want. You can have a little rock. All right, so let me do your times as well before you both go. So, Jenny, you were 6:02.
Boom, Jenny.
Yeah, I should have put more on though, shouldn't I? I was wimping out.
No,
Yeah, you
not
did.
at all. Oh, well,
No,
that
no,
was
you did.
mean. Tiggy.
Jenny, you should hang your head in shame. No, I'm joking.
And then Tigster, you were 629.
Thanks.
To be honest with you, it was more about the height of the bar
Yeah.
and hopping
Yeah.
over it. If I put the big bumper plates on, I've got a hot fire. I
Yeah.
don't like leaving the ground.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, dits.
But well done. So nice little sort of shoulder stretch and a little bit of all body as
Thank
well.
you.
Thanks, Beth.
Oh, you are very welcome. Sorry about the new music.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean, you probably get about a 4 out of 10 for today just because of that, but you know, it's room for improvement.
That's harsh.
Good chat. Tunes now.
Yeah, exactly. 10 out of 10 for chat and
sorry.
coaching, 4 out of 10 for tunes.
Sorry. I had a great time. I was listening to something the whole time.
As long as you have a good time, that's the main thing, isn't it?
You're both at home, all right? I've travelled.
Yeah, true. Okay, fair point, fair point.
Oh, me joking. But I'm very sorry, though, for that, genuinely. Sorry.
You're forgiven, it's fine. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Have a lovely day, both. See you later. Well
See ya.
done.
Bye.